Live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. I haven't done one of these watch alongs since I was watching Moon Knight with Henry Boy, but today's live stream is going to be brand new prequel series to Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, Episode 1. If you're brand new to my channel, don't know what my videos are all about, I love talking about things I'm passionate about. Blu-rays, DVDs, and video games, making shopping vlog videos. And if you're into all that type of stuff and you love physical media like me, you've come to the right place. Hit the like buttons and subscribe. And please welcome my very good friend, great guest. Please go subscribe to her channel, Ray Lee's Movies. Ray, tell her all about what you do on your channel.
Hello, I'm Ray, and thank you for having me here, Scott. I know we've been talking about this a while, and very excited that it's finally here. Well, my channel is a movie channel, mostly revolved around my collection. I sometimes do reviews and everything, but now that I'm working multiple jobs and everything, it's becoming harder and harder for me to do videos as much as I like. But it's mostly revolved around my movie collection and my collecting habits and everything like that.
All right. So how's the new job coming along?
It's
I think you're breaking up again.
jobs, mostly just because you really don't have time to. Okay, I think I'm back. Yeah, it's hard, mostly just because there's not a lot of time to do much of anything. You're constantly working, and when you're not working, you're trying to get some sleep in. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoy working. I like staying busy, so it works for me.
So it's a good distraction.
Yeah, it's a good distraction. I mean, I've been working ever since I was, 12? So, yeah, I've always been a workaholic. Yeah, I started at the age of 12 working with my family. They owned construction companies and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, they used to pour concrete.
Okay, well, on my side of HBO Max, I'm on that $9.99 a month. I'm not on the $14.99 a month. So my episode might go to a few bit of commercials, but I'll be okay with that. If it goes to commercials, I will tell you, and you can bring up anything during the episode on your side. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I have the $9.99 month too, so I might get a few myself.
Okay. So are you off there?
Yep, I'm good. Gonna start it now.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
The house of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing. In those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under its yoke. No power in the world could stand against it. King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity, but tragedy had claimed both his sons, leading to succession doubt. So, in the year 101, the old king called a great council to choose an heir. Over 1,000 lords made and to Harrenhal.
The house of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing. In those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under its yoke. No power in the world could stand against it. King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity, but tragedy
14 succession claims were heard from
his
the throne.
succession in doubt. So, in the year 101, the old king called a great council. Over 1,000 lords made the journey to Harrenhal. 14
But only
succession
2
claims were
were truly considered.
2
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant,
Princess
and
Rhaenys
her younger cousin,
Targaryen,
Prince Viserys Targaryen,
and the
the king's eldest male
Viserys
descendant.
the king's eldest male descendant.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne.
Would not inherit the Iron Throne.
The lords instead chose Viserys,
The lords instead
my
chose
father.
Viserys.
Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession, for he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
Welcome back, Princess. Trust you're right. What?
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved. Every time that golden beast brings you back unspoiled, saves my head from a spike.
Cyrax is growing quickly. Which is going to be as large as Caraxes. That's almost large enough to settle too. I believe I'm quite content as a spectator. Thank you.
Thank you, Cal Daily.
Hey, Cal. Hey, congrats on the review. Enjoy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
No, I don't like to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition. Good Grace,
Good morrow, Allison.
did you sleep?
I slept.
How long?
I don't need mothering, Renera.
But here you are, surrounded
Thanks,
by
man.
servants, all focused on the thing.
No, I don't like to go flying while I'm in this
Thank you so much, Kello.
You
You're awesome too.
will lie in this bed soon enough, Renera. This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to Aspen Pool.
We have royal wounds, you and I. The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip. Now take a bath, you stinking dragon.
I believe you might be looking up the wrong end. My lords, the growing alliance among the three cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy. They have massed on Bloodstone and are presently ridding the Stepstone with its pirate infestation.
Well, that sounds suspiciously like good news, Lord.
A man called Kragas Drehar has styled himself the Prince Admiral of this tribe. They call him the Crab Feeder due to his inventive methods of punching his enemies.
And are we meant to read the dead pirate?
No, Your Grace.
Rhaenyra,
You're late. King Scott there must not be late. Leech people wanting
Specifically now.
from Zackenberg.
Your Grace, at Prince Damon's urging, the Crown has invested significant capital in the retraining and re-equipping of his city watch. I thought you might urge your brother to fill his seat of council and provide an assessment of his progress as commander of the watch.
do you think Damon is distracted by his present task, and that his thoughts and energies are occupied?
Well, one would hope so, considering the associated costs.
Then let us all consider your gold well invested.
I would urge that you not allow this triarchy much latitude in the Stepstones, Your Grace. If those shipping lanes should fall, it will beggar our ports.
The Crown has heard your report, Lord Corliss, and takes it under advisement. Shall we discuss the heirs tournament, Your Grace?
I would be delighted. Will the Maester's name-day prediction hold, my lords?
You must understand that these things are mere estimations, my king, but we have all been poring over the moon charts, and we feel that our forecast is as accurate as it can. The cost of the tournament is not negligible. Perhaps we might delay until the child is in hand.
Most of the lords and knights are certainly on their way to King's Landing already to turn them back
The
now.
tourney will take the better part of a week. Before the games are over, my son will be born, and the whole realm will celebrate.
We have no way of predicting the sex of the child.
Of course, none makes us capable of rendering an opinion free of conditions, are they now? There's a boy in the Queen's belly. I know it. And my heir will soon put all of this damnable hand-wringing to rest himself.
We pass through the Red Keep's gates across Lake.
Does my father know his head?
No.
It.
God be good.
It's all right, sir. Sparo drivo se gramo anche bus.
Molto bene. E si muove bene lo sbandare.
Geheim taliknut stati luxor. Sin plasma koda prima studor.
Oggi ieri del comis.
Se pa verso por scorriosit masta.
E poi uno sul corpo di spadira.
Kodir trama sit isa.
Excellent trattato.
Trama zuho aria sit.
Eu anulo 13 sequels, si aggiunge. Per God, per
Ma se pa bronquigianina.
e poi so. No, it is.
Experience you. Dogs is
Now, you and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
Did you read it? Of course I read it. When Princess Nymeria arrived in Dawn, who did she take to husband? A man. What was his name? Lord something. The answer was Lord something, so Marlowe will be furious. It's funny that she's furious. You're not always like this when you're worried. Like what? Disagreeable. You're worried that your father is about to overshadow you with his son. I only worry for my mother. I hope for my father that he gets his son. As long as I can afford it so he's wanted. You want him to have a son? I want to fly with you and drive him back. See the great wonders across the narrow sea and eat only cake. I'm being serious. I never just about cake. You aren't worried about your position. I like this position. It's quite comfortable. Where are you going? Home. The hour has grown late. Princess Nymeria left the Voynant across the narrow sea on 10,000 ships to flee their leering pursuers. She took Lord Mortimer Dawn to husband and burnt her own fleet of Sunsphere to show her people that they were finished running. What are you doing? Do you remember? If the scepter sees this book, follow the scepter. Rhaenyra!
Is it healing?
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Can you say yet what it is?
We've sent inquiries to the Citadel. They're searching the decks for similar cases.
It's a small cut from sitting the throne. Nothing.
The king has been under heavy stresses preparing for the
Kal-El, is it good?
It has grown slightly.
So far, it's building up nicely.
You know what? I really like the whole set piece.
Yeah,
looks
especially
so
the
real.
throne.
Game.
Refuses to heal right next to
Yeah,
Looks
it
very
looks
real.
very good. It's very beautiful show.
It will be painful.
I think that's the main reason why I watched Game of Thrones in the first place originally. Because I'll
What
read the whole
the
set.
set
looks.
pieces?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I always like the political aspect of it too.
You spend more time in the bath than on the throne, say it.
This is the only place I can find comfort these days.
It's tepid.
It's as warm as the most as well now.
There are no dragons prefer heat.
After this miserable pregnancy, I wouldn't be surprised if I hatched an actual dragon.
And he will be loved as you.
Oh, hey, Hanzo.
Really?
Me and my good friend Ray Lee, we're checking out the new episode of House of Dragons. He's a good Hanzo is a good buddy. His YouTube channel is Bigger Ford Entertainment.
Oh, be good. His family already.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to check out your channel. Thanks for joining us.
Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch. I'm sure he will re-emerge for the tourney. He never stay away from the lists.
The tyranny. To celebrate the firstborn son that we presently do not have. You do understand. Nothing will cause the babe to grow a cock if it does not already possess one.
This child is a boy. I'm certain of it. I've never been more certain of anything. The dream was clearer than a memory. Our son was born wearing Yvonne's iron crown. I heard the sound. Thunder and noise.
Hanzo asks, is it any good?
Shields and ringing swords.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Now, Hanzo, I know you weren't the biggest fan of Game of Thrones. I know you mentioned that before. But if you want to check this out, then if you like fantasy, then maybe it'll be up your alley.
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup to what happened during the Targaryen Civil War.
This is the last time. Serious. I've lost my faith in Ukraine. It's just so bad. It's been 2 pregnancies and it won't return. That's right. In twice as many years. I know it is my duty to provide your air. I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am. I thought it was addiction, like
When I took her out of the war, she was stray mongrels.
3 people are watching. Thank you for being here.
Stop it.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're a pack of hounds. Satan.
What's up, Andrew and James? I see you on News and Super Channel. I see you on Blueberry Channel. I see you on Post Channel. How you can be here for a minute.
Fallen into squalor. Crime of every breed has been allowed to thrive. No longer. Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Calla says Ray never heard anyone say they watch him before those repeats. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting political setup for a fictional universe. Yeah, it's very intriguing to me.
Was an unprecedented round of criminals.
Yeah, I never seen the original series. Somebody effed it up.
Yeah, Game of Thrones got pretty bad after a while.
Chandler says, "Hey everyone, yeah, me neither."
First few seasons are good though.
Carry on. You were saying something about my impunity.
You are to explain your doings with the City Watch.
Your new gold cloaks made quite the impression last night.
Did they?
The City Watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim, but an extension of the crown.
The Watch was enforcing the crown's laws. You agree, Watchdog? My prince.
And making a public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
It was made the corner of the ground right now the same. You want the large red London. You might know this unless you left the safety of the Red Key, with much of King's Landing is seen by the small folk as lawns. Terrifying.
Something just gonna shock my face.
Yeah, that was some brutal shit.
Oh, what the? Oh man, I did it again.
Yeah, it was bad. Let's just say he no longer has a thingy.
No, I meant I heard something like crazy, so I thought somebody was getting effed up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, there was a brutal slaughter of an entire city.
Cal saying, "What's up to Chandler?" Just chilling, Cal. How are you?
Yeah, that was a pretty fucked up scene.
We installed Prince Damon as
Shit. Body pieces.
That was pretty bad. That's like top tier Game of Thrones shit right there.
Tell them they needed a 2-horse car.
Adrian James asks me, "Have I been in a battle yet?" Well, there was this one time I did a battle with Tim Talks Movie on Kal-El's channel. But if you're talking about on D-Ray's channel, no.
Brother, David. Carry on. You were saying something about my community.
Ray, what is your favorite season of Game of Thrones?
Probably.
Prince Damon.
I would have to say season either 2. Yeah, I'd have to say it's 2 or 3. Because that's when things got really bad and when the war started in Game of Thrones.
Law and order. Remember that element should fear the City Watch.
Thank you for your support.
If only the prince would show the same devotion to his death.
Daily rights as he does his work, Your Grace.
He's not been seen in the Vale or at Brimstone for quite some time.
I think my bronze bitch is happy with my absence.
Lady Rhea is your wife, the good and honourable lady of the Vale.
Val and innocent fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, sheep are prettier.
Scott and
You
Ray
made a vow
tag
before the
team.
seven to honour your wife in
Now,
marriage.
Prince Damon as commander to promote her, not
cool, think about it.
the criminal element should fear the city.
Your own lady wife.
Hey, we do make a cool duo.
You've not been seen in the Vale or at Brimstone for quite some time. Lady Rhea.
Oh,
You know how my brother makes
Scott and Ray as a tag team would be cool. Think about it. I know.
Oh,
No, I got a little.
yeah, I
confused
think.
there.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool if
Got a little confused.
if we did do it together.
Enforcement, your own life constantly. Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood, Your Grace.
King's Landing has been in decline since my grandmother passed.
Yeah.
Might be a good thing.
What troubles you, my prince? I could bring in another. Perhaps a legend. Perhaps ever. Never enjoyed the sea there. You went there in Siberia. Radio caresses will dark seas there. The king cannot replace you.
I know many of you have traveled long leagues to be at these games, but I promise you will not be disappointed. When I look at the fine knights in these lists, I see a group without equal in our histories. And this great day has been made more auspicious by the news that I am happy to share. Queen Emma has begun her labors. In the luck of the seven shine upon all combatants.
A mystery man. No, I've called it for strongness. I've never had a household.
Princess Lady is Targaryen. I would humbly ask for of the Queen who never.
Look forward to your present.
I would gladly take it. I thought I needed it. You could have Dracula's tongue for that.
Tongues will not change the succession. Let them lie.
Lord Stoneworth's daughter is promised to young Charlie Squire. Lord Massey's son. They're to be married as soon as he's in his knighthood. Let's get on with it. I heard that Lady Eleanor is hiding the swollen belly beneath her dress. What do you know about the Sir Christian Cole?
I'm told Sir Christian is common-born son of Lord Dondarrion Stewart, but other than that, and the fact that he's just unhorsed both of the Baratheon lads, I really couldn't say.
Targaryen, next of the city will now do its first performance.
Proceed then, unquote.
Thank you, Princess. Now, I'm fairly certain I can win these games, Lady Allison. Having your favour would all but assure it.
Good luck, I guess.
Brandon J says, "Are we going to be watching the Lord of the Rings series?"
Me personally, probably no.
Me neither. I haven't. I have yet to still checked out the set you sent me.
Yeah, I don't know. The trailer wasn't too appealing to me, personally.
What's happening?
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed. Do something for her. We give her as much milk of the puppy as we can without risking the child. Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough. Emma! Emma! I'm here. I'm here. It's all right. It's all right.
This is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king. With wanton violence.
It's been 70 years since King Maple returned. These nights of scream as summer grass, none of them real war. Their Lord sent them to the tourney fields with fists full of steel and balls full of seed. We expect them to act with honour and grace. It's a marvel that war didn't break out at first blood.
Alas, Your Grace, if you would. During a difficult birth, it sometimes becomes
Well, since I watched Game of Thrones for the longest, I totally do prefer Game of Thrones since I'm more familiar with that.
As a show, me personally, I like the Lord of the Rings movies better. But when it comes to the books, I think the Song of Ice and Fire books are better than the Lord of the Ring books.
As someone who watched this, who's only seen the show, that's why I definitely still prefer Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I really love Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite fantasy movies and series of all times. But yeah, I do believe that the Game of Thrones books were better, in my opinion, than the books of Lord of the Rings.
Sir Cole, the man tilt against the Demon Targaryen, Prince of the City!
Whoa! Did you see the half of his face?
Yeah. A fight broke out during the tourney, and the tournament participants started killing each other. It was pretty freaking wild.
Brutal.
Yeah.
going to bring the baby out now.
Well, me, I enjoy Stranger Things a lot. It's the still the number one exclusive Netflix series that I really enjoy.
I love you.
I'm very am caught up to date, and I will be watching the final season, which they confirmed season 5 will be the last season of Stranger Things. Season 4 was like more Nightmare on Elm Street-ish. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I've only seen the first season.
My favorite, if someone were to ask me my favorite season of Stranger Things, number one is still the very first season. I
Yeah.
came around, I made it my own decision to watch it for myself, and I've really been hooked with it ever since that year it premiered. It debuted. Oh no! Are you gonna do it? Are you really gonna do that?
Yes, they are. They are performing a C-section on Aemma Targaryen. She's having complications. Damon's losing his cool.
You know what? In this comparison from The Walking Dead, I don't know if you've seen The Walking Dead. It was back in in the third season doing the prison
Yeah.
sequence. Lori was forced to have her baby cut open, much like this, and she died because they had to do it. I cannot imagine if that woman
Yeah, the bloodline.
can live through that.
Well, no, C-sections back then, because of how unclean and everything they were, more often than not, the woman never survived. It was just a way to save the baby, because if they didn't deliver the baby, both of them would die. So it's like save one over the other kind of ordeal. And I could see Lori dying in Walking Dead too, because there's no way to like sterilize it, no hospital medicines and everything like that.
Yeah.
Especially laying on a hard floor.
Yeah.
When I watched that the first time, it actually pained me.
Yeah.
I was watching it really late because I was so into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not how Lori died in the comic, though.
I know. I think she died.
Lori actually.
Because of the governor.
Lori actually survived. Yeah, he attacked the prison, and in the comic, she got shot, and she was holding the baby, and she ended up falling on top of the baby, and they both died in the comics.
Exactly.
Oh, she got.
And I'm gonna suggest. Yep, Emma's dead.
Congratulations, young lady. You have a son. And you have your grace. Have you and the Queen chosen a name?
It's Balon.
Very
The baby. Oh, they had the baby on that pyre too.
What was that?
Had the baby on the pyre too. Baby didn't make it either. Well, of course I knew that, but you know. But I just noticed that they had like a little baby wrapped up on the pyre too.
That of your succession. That of your succession. Recent tragedies left without recent tragedies. The king has an heir. King has an heir. My lord has, despite how difficult this time is with grace, I feel it. The succession is already set. The succession is already set. By precedent and my lord. Shall we say his name? Daemon Targaryen. If Daemon were to remain the uncontested heir, it would destabilize the realm. The realm. No one here can know what Daemon would do were he king, but no one can doubt his ambition. Look at what he did with the gold cloaks. The city watch is fiercely loyal to him. An army 2,000 strong. An army you gave him. I named David Master Lord, but you said he was a tyrant. As Master of Coin, you said he was a spendthrift, a beggar the realm. Putting Daemon in command of the City Watch was your solution. A half measure, your grace. The truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court. Daemon is my brother. My blood.
and he will have his place at my court.
Let him keep his place at court, Your Grace.
How many episodes are in this series?
The gods should visit some.
In the first of House of the Dragon, there's going to be 10 episodes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. It's either 10 or it's 12.
Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne.
It's about 10 episodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was either 10 or 12. Yeah. And it airs every Sunday.
Who else would have a plan?
The king's firstborn child.
Renee.
King's firstborn child.
Look up. Renee. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
That is only by tradition and precedent.
If order and stability so concerns this council, then perhaps we shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl heir.
Daemon would be a second Maegor, or worse. He's impulsive and violent. It is the duty of this council to protect the king and the realm from him. I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that is the truth as I see it, and I know that others here agree.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
You wouldn't have to, Your Grace. There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corliss, but the queen who never was.
Rhaenys was the only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son. She had a strong claim at the Great Council, and she already has a male
Just
heir.
moments ago, you announced your support for Daemon.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife and son are dead! I'm gonna sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Send a raven to Old Town, straight away. My darling. How's Rhaenyra?
She lost her mum.
The Queen was well loved by all. I found myself thinking of your own mother today.
How is his grace?
Very low. Which is why I sent for you. I thought you might go to him, offer him comfort.
In his chambers. I wouldn't know what to say.
It's not bad. You'll be glad of a visitor. You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
What is it, Alicent?
I thought I might come and look in on your grace. I brought a book.
It's very kind, thank you.
favourite of mine. But you know how passionate you are for the histories.
Yes, I am.
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
The king is still there once again. Max with Drake, 2 hour future.
Quiet! The prince will speak! Silence!
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share. Last night, Prince Damon bought out one of the pleasure houses on the Street of Silk to entertain officers of the city watch and other friends of his.
King and council have long read my position.
What do you mean by that, Cal?
But dream and pray.
We're like very in tune with what's happening.
Oh,
Gods
that's
give
right.
just as the gods take away.
He is toasting to Prince Balon,
The king's son.
styling him the heir for a day. I corroborated this report with 3 separate witnesses. The evening was, by all accounts, celebration.
You cut the image of the conqueror, brother.
Did you say it? I don't know what you mean.
You will address me as your grace, or I will have my king's guard cut out your tongue. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
My family has just been destroyed. But instead of being by my side or near us, you chose to celebrate your own rise, laughing with your whores and your leg spittles. You have no allies at court but me. I have only ever defended you. Yet everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face.
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale, to the City Watch, anywhere but by your side. 10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm your brother.
You will
And if
address
blood-
me as
blood
King
runs
of
thick,
Krypton.
Then why did you
Yeah,
cut
that's
me
how
so
I'm
deep?
feeling.
I've only ever spoken the truth. I'm right now for what he is.
All hail to hail,
Unwavering
the king of
and loyal
Krypton.
and
4K Media Guy, what's up, dude? If you don't
Hey,
know,
what's
this
up,
channel
4K?
is Talks Physical Media Guy. He's a physical media
Until
star.
Hightower is a
He's
more
mostly
honorable man
he
than
mostly
you could ever
supports
be.
4K.
He doesn't protect
He's
you.
a
I
big
would.
4K
For what?
collector.
Yourself.
Yeah, he has a really cool channel. Check him out if you're not subscribed.
Oh, look who we have here.
Oh, it's
What's up,
Jerry.
That calculator knows that you're
Jerry.
currently for their
Jerry.
I have decided to name a new heir. I'm your heir, not anymore. You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel, by order of your king. Grace.
All hail, hell yeah, Ray. That for this day, and being the leader of my armies.
Oh yeah, I'm a great general. I can do that for you, man. Dragon skull. That's a big dragon skull. Did you see that dragon skull?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the Black Dread. That's the one that Aegon the Conqueror rode when he conquered Westeros.
Valerian is the last living creature to have seen old Valyria before the doom. Its greatness and its flaws. When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
You haven't spoken a word to me since
I think you meant Stormtrooper.
And now you've seen your King's Guard down.
That's right. He meant Stormtrooper.
It's important.
Yeah.
What do you see?
That's a. I could do that. I'm on the dark side.
You know what? I think I'm.
I don't support the rebels.
Tell me.
Cinder, stop.
I'm a great Jedi. I always dreamed of a great Jedi.
But they say that because of
I'm a Sith.
Without them, we're just like everyone else.
The idea that we control the dragons is an illusion. There are power men should never have trifled with. One that brought Valeria its doom. If we don't mind our own histories, if we do the same to us. Targaryen must understand this to be king. Or queen. I'm sorry, Brianna. I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son.
Wait, you think I'm dark?
You are the very best of your men. And I believe that I know she did.
Well, I don't know. Which Superman are you?
Damon was not made to wear the crown. But I believe that you are.
I guess the heroes will always feel the good guys
Cinder, stop.
are winning.
I, Corlys Velaryon,
Here I am.
Lord of the Tides, Master of Griffin,
Hey, even the bad people think that they're right.
and his name Princess Rhaenyra. I pledge fealty to them. Shall defend them against all enemies in good faith, without deceit. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
This is no trivial gesture. Dragon Stab is one thing, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the world.
I, Lord Hobart Hightower, Beacon of the South, Defender of the Citadel, and Voice of Old Town, promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir.
I'm known to snap out and goes on. Are you saying you before Saul?
I shall defend them against all enemies in good faith and without deceit. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Caraxes is a weird looking dragon.
Good.
So it all balances out.
Right.
I, Orban Baratheon.
There's something else I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand. You must hear it. Our histories. They tell us that Aegon looked across the Blackwater from Dragonstone, saw a rich land ripe for the capture. But ambition alone is not what drove him to conquest. It was a dream. Just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. Just to begin with a terrible winter, gusting out of the distant north.
I'm Aegon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
Aegon saw absolute darkness riding on those winds, and whatever dwells within will destroy the world of the living. When this great winter comes, Rhaenyra, all of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. A king or queen, strong enough to unite the realm against the cold and the dark. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret has been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it and protect it.
Are you aware of all the news that's been going on with Warner Brothers Discovery? They're delaying Aquaman 2 and Shazam 2. And Aquaman is going through some reshoots for a reason because it's going to take place. It was going to come out after the Flash movie, but a lot of changes are going on with that movie, and they're supposed to make some reshoot changes to Aquaman 2 for it to make sense with this 10-year plan that they're doing.
Yeah, I heard that there were going to be delays to Aquaman too, but not Shazam. That's news to me.
They actually pushed all three movies, these two, Aquaman, Shazam, and The Flash and Blue Beetle, all to next year.
Yeah, I heard that they were even considering canceling The Flash altogether because of Ezra. But I don't know if they're going to do that because that's a lot of money wasted.
Everyone says that. That's a lot of money that they spent on that project.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the episode.
Yep. So how would you rate this from 1 to 10?
It was a pretty good start. I give it a solid 8. This episode is all based around young Rhaenyra and her being named heir to the throne after her brother and mother die during childbirth. And also, of course, Daemon losing his seat because of him mocking the death of Balon, which is the baby that died. And and Viserys just being completely pissed about that whole thing and just stripping him of his right and giving it to his daughter. But yeah, it was pretty good, solid build-up. I'm sure we're probably going to get more build-up in the second episode, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since I see there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, definitely. Because they still haven't even gone over... So I guarantee the next episode is going to be Rhaenyra getting betrothed to her cousin and her going through the acts of becoming future queen. I wonder when we're going to skip ahead to the adult versions of these characters.
Oh, I did hear that about all these new casting or play these grown-up adult versions of these characters.
Yeah. See, A Song in Ice and Fire starts when Rhaenyra, well, in the book, she was younger. She was much younger than this. I want to say in the book, she was maybe 10. She looks about 14 in this show. But
Or teenager.
yeah, like a teenager. But she was much younger in the book when she was named heir to the throne. But yeah, I mean, I like the build up. It's a pretty good episode. I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10 because of how sane the violence is and Return of Game of Thrones and what we're building up to. And what else do I want?
Yeah.
A lot.
I really like how they're portraying Damien. Like, he just marched his army through that entire town and just obliterated everybody in it.
Yeah, so we're off to a solid start so far. And the biggest shock to me is that they had to cut open the stomach to get that baby out.
Oh, yeah, the
It just reminded me
C-section.
of what happened in the third season of Walking Dead.
Yeah. And, man, they just totally didn't even check to see if, like, Viserys or Aemma was even okay with that. The maester just took out the knife and started cutting. And Aemma was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Viserys was just watching, like, wide-eyed in horror as they were cutting the baby out. Because they were just like, we either cut the baby out or they both die. Yeah. That was an intense scene. It was pretty gory, too. There was a lot of blood in that C-section scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
Oh, and also we got like some of the back history about Aegon the Conqueror and why he conquered Westeros. And it's because he had a dream, a vision of the Night King and the White Walkers. Well, in the show, because the Night King's not actually in the books. He was a character that was created just for the show. But Aegon the Conqueror had a vision of the White Walkers destroying the world. And he decided to conquer Westeros and then unite the world as a whole so that they could build a force to fight the zombies whenever they come. And of course, we know that they don't come until about 200, 300 years later when the Game of Thrones series starts. But they've been apparently passing the secret down from heir to heir, just so that each heir knows what their goal is. And apparently, the whole point of the Targaryens being on the throne are to defeat the zombies and stop the zombies from destroying the world.
And that Iron Throne still looks the same as it was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it looks like they used the same chair, but then they added more swords around the chair and up the stairs to the chair.
A lot more swords than what the regular show was.
Yeah, and I think I think I heard the reason why they did that is because they were trying to make it more authentic to the book, but not totally disregarding the throne that they had in Game of Thrones. Because the throne that they had in Game of Thrones is not what the chair looked like in the book. So they wanted to make the throne look more like it did in the book without totally, completely, distancing it from the Game of Thrones show. So that's why they added more swords and everything. If you see the concept arts of the throne for the book, the throne is absolutely crazy. It's almost like impractical.
Even crazier than in the show.
Well, there's like a staircase that leads up to the chair. And the staircase is made out of swords as well. Like, the throne is wild. Like, you should look up what the throne looks like in the book. The concept arts. It's insane. But yeah, they tried to make it look a little bit more authentic to the book. Which I appreciate. I mean, it looks really freaking cool. I like what they did.
Oh, I think you showed me that before.
Oh yeah, yep, that's it. It's
Yeah.
wild. It's completely wild. Like the concept art for it.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
like
it would be almost impractical to make something like that for a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and not to mention dangerous. Like that would be hazardous to any actor's health. Like to have to climb up steps and everything, like very steep steps with like pointed, jagged things all around the steps. Yeah, that's dangerous.
And one teensy tiny slip fall, you'll be dead, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's even funny because in the books they mention how many times that kings have gotten cut or hurt while either walking up to the chair or sitting on the chair. And they did kind of go into that in this episode too. You know when they were looking at Viserys' back, he had that sore on his back. He got that from the chair. Yeah. Viserys had sores on his back from the chair, and they were oozing. They were infected. Oh, and also Rhaenyra cuts her hand on the chair too. Of course they didn't show that because Rhaenyra didn't take the throne yet. But in the book, Rhaenyra cut her hand while grabbing the arm of the chair.
Cut?
Like she cut her hand open because she went to go sit down on the chair and she gripped the end of the arm rest and she cut her hand on the armrest in the book.
I see. I wonder if we'll see that happen in the show.
Yeah, I wonder too. Yeah, she was also distressed in that scene, and because the book is written like a history book, it was kind of like theorized that she was under distress and she ended up gripping the chair too hard, and that's how she cut herself on it.
It's insane.
Yeah. I'm really excited for episode 2.
Betcha.
Honestly, I can't wait until the war starts. And from like what I heard, the war isn't going to start until season 2, which I prefer it that way. I don't want the war to start in season 1. When I was doing my review for the trailer, I was kind of worried about that being the case. But a lot of people commented that they don't think that that's the case, that the scene that I was thinking when Alicent attacks Rhaenyra, that was a totally different scene, that was the cat's eye scene. And if that is the cat's eye scene, which it most likely is, then yeah, we're not going to get the war in season 1. This is just going to be the build-up and the conflict. And season 1 might end with Viserys' death, and then the conflict with Alicent and Rhaenyra start. That's what people are theorizing. But yeah, we saw Alicent getting all close and personal with Viserys too. Alicent does become Rhaenyra's stepmother. So that's going to be interesting too.
Yeah. So I give this episode a 9 out of 10 because of all the history and because of all the set pieces and all the gore in the movie in this episode and the whole insane childbirth. Yeah, that's good enough for me to go like, this is insane.
That childbirth scene was pretty bad, and that one scene where the guy got castrated in town by Damien's army, that was pretty gnarly too. Yeah. But yeah, we're definitely going to be expecting a lot of bloodshed, a lot of gore, a lot of good battles, and everything that makes Game of Thrones awesome. Sure. But yeah, I mean, not too much happened in this episode, but I do like where it's heading. And that's pretty much really all I have to say about it.
Well, then we'll go ahead and wrap this stream up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Kal-El, Adrian James, Chandler, 4K Media Guy said, "What's up?" And make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. And thank you for being here, Hanzo. We really appreciate all you guys for tuning in and saying what's up and giving us some questions while we watch this episode. And we will hope to see you guys next time we do a reaction to episode 2 when we get a chance to.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to be free. Yeah, I'm going to be free Tuesday all day. So Tuesday would be a good day for me if that works for you. We can do episode 2 on Tuesday. Yeah, and did you want to do it on my channel?
You can do it on your channel.
Okay. Yeah, we can do back and forth or whatever.
Because I did this with another friend. We were taking turns watching the Moon Knight series. We all did it on each other's channel.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll do episode 2 on my channel on Tuesday.
Oh, during the day or do you prefer nighttime?
Whichever's best for you. I'm going to be free all day. I'll probably just be writing myself. So anytime during the day, night is good for me as well. Just whatever works for you.
Okay, I think I'm still going to have. I'm debating to continue doing the nighttime because that's where it's a lot more quiet.
Yeah.
I think it will be quiet during the daytime, but I think this is better off at nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, night works for me.
Excellent. Well then, I'm gonna click the broadcast here and thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Catch you all later. Keep physical
Have a great
media
night.
alive.